more than 5,000 years ago, on the central plains of China, there lived a son of the Qian clan. From birth, he exuded honorary wisdom. Even when he first learned to speak, he understood propriety, and as he grew, his intelligence only shone brighter. People called him Zuan Yuan. In those days, the world was under the rule of the Qian clan, but by this time, their descendants had lost the prestige of their forebears. Tribes everywhere were like unbridled wild horses, attacking one another, trampling fields of crops into mud, and burning people's homes to ashes. The Qian rulers tried to intervene, but no one listened. They could only watch helpless, lie as chaos consumed the land. Watching the people suffer, Zuan Yuan's shirt burned with urgency. Instead of bemoaning their fate, he resolved to find a way to protect them. He led his clan to clear new farmland, growing more grain to feed the hungry. He taught them to sharpen stone tools and forge bronze, crafting sharp axes and sturdy shields. In their spare time, he drilled young men in martial arts and battle formations, turning his tribe into a disciplined, fearsome force. When other tribes came to steal their grain, Zuan Yuan did not flee or hide. He led his men to face them head on. His tactics were clever, always striking at the enemy's weak points. After a few victories, smaller neighboring tribes grew respectful and flocked to join him. Zuan Yuan treated them with kindness, teaching them to farm and weave, and as their lives improved, they gladly followed his lead. Yet two great powers refused to submit: the tribe of the Yan Emperor and the tribe of Qian. The Yan Emperor, a descendant of the Qian clan, still commanded many loyal followers. Seeing Zuan Yuan's influence grow, he grew uneasy and led his people to fight for territory. The two armies met at Banquan. Zuan Yuan did not rush to battle. First, he had his men call out to the enemy, "We are all descendants of Qian. Why shed our own blood? Let us work together to let our people live well." But the Yan Emperor would not listen, insistent on fighting. Sighing, Zuan Yuan raised his banner and ordered his troops into formation. Among his ranks were tamed beasts, bears, brown bears, minks, badgers, wild cats, and tigers led by his warriors. They charged like collapsing mountains. The Yan Emperor's men had never seen such a sight. They were soon defeated. Instead of killing the Yan Emperor, Zuan Yuan took his hand and said, "From now on, let us tend crops and cure illnesses together. No more bloodshed among our people." Ashamed yet convinced, the Yan Emperor nodded in agreement. That left Qian. His tribe lived in the south, their people fierce and brave, skilled in forging powerful weapons. They rampaged unchecked, plundering east and west, and no one could stop them. Zuan Yuan knew, until Qian was defeated, peace would never come. He gathered the Yan Emperor's tribe, and all who had sworn allegiance to him, declaring, "Qian has harmed to many people. Today, we seek justice." The crowd roared in agreement, and they marched with Zuan Yuan to Zhuolu. When Qian heard Zuan Yuan was coming, he led his men to attack. Skilled in sorcery, he summoned wind and rain to darken the battlefield, leaving Zuan Yuan's troops disoriented. But Zuan Yuan was prepared. He had his men build a south-pointing chariot, its wooden figure, always pointing south no matter how the cart turned. Guided by this, his troops charged through the mist and broke the spell. The two armies clashed. Zuan Yuan's well-trained forces, aided by the Yan Emperor's men, gradually overwhelmed Qian's warriors. In the end, Zuan Yuan captured Qian amid the chaos and executed him according to tribal law. From that day on, no tribe dared to rebel. All came to pay homage to Zuan Yuan, honoring him as Son of Heaven. Zuan Yuan said, "I do not seek to rule as a king. I only wish for all people to have food to eat, clothes to wear, and to be free from the suffering of war." He set a calendar for the people, teaching them to farm according to the seasons. He had others taste herbs to make medicines, curing many illnesses. He even invented boats, carts, and musical scales, making life more convenient for everyone. Fearing hidden troubles, he traveled the land on horseback east to the sea, west to the desert, south to the wilds, north to the snowy plains, ensuring every tribe was settled in peace. In time, Zuan Yuan grew old and passed away during a tour of his realm. He was buried in Qian. More than 5,000 years have passed, yet people still remember his deeds, saying he was sent by heaven to bring peace to the world. They honored him as the Yellow Emperor to this day. We still cherish his memory, knowing we are all descendants of the Yellow Emperor.